Get comfortable. Let the body rest where it is. Tonight on Satya Dhara, let me tell you a gentle story of Yudhishthir and the questions of the forest. As evening settled, the forest grew quiet. The light softened between the trees. Birds returned to their nests. The air became still and cool. Yudhishthir walked slowly beneath the tall trees, aware of each step, listening to the silence around him. Ahead of him lay a clear pool of water, resting peacefully among the old roots and stones. This place felt protected. The forest had a guardian, not one who frightened travelers, not one who spoke with anger, but a presence that watched over balance, over water, land, and the way they were approached. This guardian was known as Yaksha. The Yaksha did not stop travelers with force. Instead, it stopped them with questions, because questions create pause. As Yudhishthir stood beside the water, a calm voice rose from the stillness. "Before you drink," the voice said gently, "pause and listen." Yudhishthir did not reach for the water. He understood that the questions were not meant to test him, but to slow the moment, to remind him that nothing should be taken without awareness. The Yaksha began to ask questions, not quickly, not sharply. Each question arrived and then waited. What brings peace? What gives strength in difficult moments? What allows a person to live rightly? After each question, there was silence. Yudhishthir did not answer at once. He allowed the questions to settle inside him, as still as the water before him. Then he spoke softly. He spoke of patience, of kindness, of truth lived gently each day. His answers were simple, because they came from understanding, not effort. The forest remained still as if listening with him. As the questions came to an end, the guardian's voice softened. "These questions were not meant to stop you," the voice said, "but to help you remember. When you pause before taking, you live in balance." The voice grew quiet again, returning to the watchful silence of the forest. Yudhishthir knelt and drank from the pool. The water was cool and clear. Nothing dramatic followed. The forest returned to its gentle rhythm. Yudhishthir continued on his path, carrying with him a deeper calm. Now the story is finished. This story reminds us that questions are not always meant to be answered quickly. Sometimes they are meant to slow us down, to bring us back into awareness. You do not need to rush. You do not need to prove anything. When you pause, clarity arrives on its own. You can rest now. The forest is still, the water is calm, the night has settled, and the questions that matter will wait quietly until morning. Good night.